So I ordered an Oura ring the other day. So I thought I'd go take, if anyone's interested, maybe not, through the process of what happens when you order it, because I've been putting it off for a little while. The reason I ordered one is because I don't like wrist-based fitness trackers. I find that I miss out on the biggest part of the tracking, which is my sleep, because I don't like to have something on my wrist when I sleep, because I sleep with my arm behind my back and this thing digs in. So I ordered a ring because I think it's more reliable, more accurate. It was between this and another ring. I ordered this ring because this has got good reviews, especially the app as well. The other one was the Motive ring, but it's got absolutely horrific reviews. So I ordered this one, so I thought I'd go through the whole process. I put it, like I say, I put it off because I didn't want to get it from the States, because it seems like it's going to take forever. But actually, it's been really quick. So what you do is you go in, you make your order. I ordered this on the 15th. It's now the 19th. And what they do is, if you request, they send out a ring sizing kit. So it's only been 4 days. Once you've decided on the size of your ring, you then update your order, and then they send out your actual ring. So I'll take you through this. All right, so here we go. Sample. So that's it. Just a set of blanks. You choose your size, you update. Well, there you go. That's what you get. It says, watch the video. There's a link to the video. Choose your size. You can wear it on any finger with either hand. We recommend a snug fit that still allows the ring to be removed without much difficulty. The index, middle, and ring finger usually work best. Sleep on it. So the same, wear it for 24 hours, and then you just update your order. And the good thing is obviously, they want to be conscious of, wastage. So they say, if you know anyone else, well, actually it's just a good marketing ploy, isn't it? They say, if you know anyone else who wants a ring, let them use this kit to size up. Well, basically that's you doing the sales for them, isn't it? Hey, I've got this new ring, or I've got a kit. Save you the effort. I was laughing. I think it's funny. So I'll try the ring, and then I'll give you an update later in the video when the new ring arrives, and then I'll probably do another video after maybe a week of using the ring to see how it works. Okay. So my Oura ring has just arrived. Super quick, really quick, much faster than I expected for the delivery. It's via DHL, but a thing to consider which I hadn't considered. So I paid, it's altogether about 1,000 dirhams here in the UAE for the ring. When the ring sizing kit arrived, there was no charge. I got a message today from DHL saying that I will owe them a import tax, because there's a couple of different fees involved: import tax, handling fee. So that adds another 170 dirhams to the whole value of the expense of the purchase. 170. Well, basically it's 5% for this, 5% for that, and a flat handling fee. Those add up quite a lot. So altogether, it's about an extra 10 to 15% on top of what you already spend. So that's something to consider if you're going to buy it from the States and have it shipped into the UAE. DHL, I really think you need to sort your prices out, because this is a really small little box. I mean, I know you do by the value of the product, but I mean, maybe you need to consider some other options, because that's a ridiculous expense. Anyway, I'll get on with the opening. Okay, so points lost for packaging. First layer. Let's see if the second layer is a bit better. Okay, tiny package. Okay, that's the box. Ta-da! And there's the ring. Simple. Quite light. Tiny bit of weight to it, but very light. Nothing serious. Okay. And this is it. Hopefully you can see close up. And I selected it for this finger, so let's see the fit. Yeah, pretty good. Got it for this finger, but I also had the intention that maybe I can wear it on this finger as well. yeah, it's okay. Good fit. Not too tight, not too loose. About right. Okay, the rest of the packaging, I'm assuming there's something in this. Yep. Jeez. Okay, this is all your charging gear. Okay, so an extra little bit. Didn't realise that this bit is actually the charging station for the ring. So that's just your charging wire. Your ring goes on there to charge. Currently installing the app. So let's see. Okay, the usual stuff. So I'll create my account and let's see. Right, it's been a good few months since I bought the Oura ring. I thought I would leave it for a good length of time before I did a final review, because I was made to believe that the Oura ring takes a little while for it to sort of build up a knowledge of the user, and that turned out to be the case. I'll go through all the pros and cons. I think there are some really good pros. I think there are some big cons to it as well. I wouldn't say cons. Cons is a little bit strong. Maybe negative features. From the outset, I think the main issue I had is that when I bought this, I probably didn't do my research well enough. There were two main reasons why I went for the ring. One is I sleep in a weird position with my arm behind my back, and previously I'd used like a similar sort of Fitbit, and I found it really dug into my wrist, so that made it pretty useless as a sleep tracker because I had to take it off. So this is one of the main draws for me, for a ring, is that it's very unobtrusive in your sleep. I don't really like anything on the wrists, so this to me was a winner. And the other reason I wanted to buy this one is because I heard that the sensors were really good, that used slightly different technology than a lot of the other green light kind of sensors, and this is an infrared kind of sensor. So it made me think, well, this is going to be more accurate, a little bit more, interesting information, a little bit more informative. But the main issue I had is that I didn't really do my research well enough, and I didn't realise that this is more of a really advanced sleep tracker than it is a workout tracker. So I'll say right from the get-go, if you want a workout tracker that will monitor your workouts, give you really good, accurate feedback, then this isn't the thing for you. You do have, as part of the app, you can put in manual workouts, which I think are reasonably accurate, but they don't track your heart rate. Now I think the main issue is that because this is so small, the battery is very small, and the reason it's a really good sleep tracker is this because it gives really detailed readings. I think it's every 5 minutes it takes a reading, so it's not continuous heart rate monitoring, which is obviously what you need for exercise. And maybe with their advanced technology and this is what I thought would happen, is with the really good sensors, that it would give me much more accurate information, because one of the main flaws I've seen with all the fitness trackers that use the green light kind of stuff is, and I've done another video on this with my wife, is that they lose track after about, when you get to about 140 beats, 130 to 140 beats per minute, they can't keep up with the heart rate. The sensors can't track the blood flow. So they're not particularly accurate, and I did a comparison with the heart rate monitor and the watch, and they were good up to a certain point, and then they just separated. So that was one of my main sort of aims to buy this, was the improved accuracy. It pretty soon became apparent that that wasn't going to be one of the main features of this, because it doesn't monitor exercise, it doesn't do a continuous heart rate monitoring, and there is no option for this. Now the battery life, I'll go back to that in the other point in a minute. The battery life lasts about maybe 5 to 6 days, which is pretty good, but that's understandable considering that it only takes a measurement about every 5 minutes. Now for me, what I think I would prefer is I would rather do more frequent charging and have the option to switch on continuous heart rate monitoring if it's within the ring's capability. I don't see why it's not. There's a thing on the app called rest mode, which gives you a more detailed breakdown, and you can, anything from a minute upwards, you can enter a rest mode and it will give you like a more accurate reading. So let's go over what impressed me with it. The sleep tracking is excellent. It took a little while to build up a sort of a back catalogue of readings, and it did a really good job of this. What it does is at the end of the or in the morning when you update, it gives you your kind of feedback, and it tells you, breaks down your readiness score, goes over your sleep. And what surprised me is that I occasionally like a drink at the weekend, so it's 1 or 2 days over the weekend, a couple of drinks. And the first thing I noticed is that it picked up on that. They didn't say you've had a drink. What it said is your heart rate has been elevated and your temperature is slightly elevated as well. Maybe time to take it easy. And I thought, that's a bit weird. And then every week I did it, so it'd be maybe 2 days in the weekend, nothing, 2 days in the weekend, nothing, 2 days in the weekend. Continuously over the space of 2-3 months, every weekend it would be like, there it is. You've obviously done something weird over the weekend. Even despite over the weekend me having longer sleeps and longer rests. So it is accurate in that side of things. As I say, really good sleep tracker, quite accurate. Some of the other sleep trackers I've used, they didn't pick up on little things like movements, like when I got up out of bed and went back in, whereas this did. And it's the little bits like that have impressed me. The app itself gets updated quite a lot. I've had about 3 or 4 firmware updates. Maybe I've had a firmware update once a month, and usually you can see there's a slight tweak. They've added something, so they're constantly on it. But again, my main disappointment is that it doesn't monitor exercises and doesn't give you the choice. Like I said, I would much rather have the option of a more frequent charging, because it doesn't take long to charge. It's very quick. It's a fast charging ring because it's only so small. It wouldn't bother me to recharge it every 2 days if it meant I could do accurate workout measurement. But having said that, one of the downsides is that you do have, if you're doing workouts with barbells and dumbbells, then unless you're willing to really scratch the ring up and get it in a mess, you're probably going to have to take the ring off anyway. So again, it's another up and down. So if I could go back and think, right, if I had the option, would I do this again? Would I get the same piece of kit? I'm not sure I would. I would consider maybe trying a Whoop band instead, because I'm not bothered about having read-ins. I'm not bothered about calls coming in and all this kind of being able to answer messages and use the phone, use it like a phone. It's stupid to watch, you know what I mean. So the Whoop is just a strap, and I think it is probably just as accurate as the ring. But again, I haven't looked into it whether it does workout tracking. So overall, I'm impressed by the quality of the ring. Impressed by the whole delivery process. The size and all that kind of stuff. As a ring, it's pretty cool, it's effective, it's a great sleep tracker, and for that reason I would say, because a lot of the things that would be pros for me would be negatives for other people. The fact that it fits on your finger and you don't have to worry about it is a real pro to me, whereas some people might think, well, I'd rather have a visual display on the actual machine itself. So yeah, make your own decision. I will say that in terms of the other devices, it is reasonably expensive, so you might get better value for money. But again, if you're looking to sleep the way I sleep and looking for an accurate device, and you don't want something digging into your wrist and having to wake up and be like, oh, what's that? It's killing me. Then this is the way to go. Yeah, pretty good, pretty accurate. Impressed overall. Best of both worlds would be to have a really good fitness tracker and this, until they can find something in the middle. Right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, see what else I come up with.